Well, good morning from the White Farmhouse studios. I am here with Mayor Jill Brodersen and a woman of many talents in the community of Wayne. She is here today to talk to us about a multitude of items that we have just previously discussed. This is actually take two, our second attempt at a farmhouse dirt today, because for some reason we were having technical difficulties, didn't get the first video videoed.
It was a practice round.
It was. So we're hoping the second time goes as good as the first. And what kind of spurred our conversation initially was Jill and I were talking about Bressler Fest. And that was a Music in the Park series that just recently concluded. And we were a little bit late to the ball game to promote it, but Jill's here to talk to us about it and how it got started and what her role was in that. So I'm going to turn it over to you and you can tell us what's going on.
Well, I should first say thank you to White Farmhouse Realty for sponsoring Bressler Fest.
You're welcome.
That was fantastic.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Before moving to Wayne, I moved to Wayne in 2006. Before moving here, we lived in South Sioux City, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And in Sioux City on Sunday nights in the summertime, the All-American Band would play at the band shell. And I would take the blanket, I would take my kids, and they would run and play, and we would listen to the music. And where else can you do that but music in the park?
Right. Yes.
It was my favorite thing. And then we moved to Wayne, and I thought, well, I'll still drive to Sioux City and go to that, right? I never did.
Mm-hmm.
I had every intention of going. I just never found the time to make it over there, the drive. And so then I started looking to find people here in Wayne to do that. Well, you're a band director. Would you do that? Oh, well, this or that. And it got to the point that I realized if it is to be, it's up to me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
So my boys had a band. They were in high school. They had a jazz band.
Mm-hmm.
And now you don't hear a jazz band play very often. They play for more private events and my basement. However, I wanted my family and friends to be able to see them play. And there was in Bressler Park, there was a little stage in the southeast corner.
Yep.
And I called the city offices. They said, oh, anybody can use that stage. It's a public park, a public stage. Anybody can use that.
Yeah.
So I contacted the neighbor, said, hey, we're going to have some little music. My kids are going to play on the band. Their band is going to play on the stage. And just to let you know, everyone's welcome. And it might be a little loud. So, they played, people showed up, and everybody said to me, you should do this again. And I thought, okay, here's my chance. If it is to be, it's up to me.
Right.
I knew of some bands that I could play. There were some local bands that I knew. I did need some money because I need to pay the bands. I'm not going to expect them to play for free.
Sure.
They don't do that.
Yep. This is their livelihood,
It is, yeah. So I went to the businesses that I knew and asked for money. And next thing you know, I've got some money and I've got some bands. Really wanted to find the right time of year to have music in the park.
Right.
In the summertime, Wayne kind of slows down a little bit.
Right. We roll our sidewalks up. College kids are all gone and
People are busy.
Yeah. We're running around chasing kids and going
Ball
to the
games,
lake.
reunions, the lake. Yes.
Yes.
And so it needed to be after Labor Day. And nobody wants just one music in the park. So we do the 4 Sundays after Labor Day.
Yep.
Everybody's back in town. The mosquitoes are gone. It's just, the park is beautiful that time of year.
Yes.
The trees. And so Bressler Fest, the idea behind it is a variety of music, maybe something you've never heard, a bluegrass band, polka band. We have a country band. We have rock, orchestra, jazz band. We've had so many different types of, I can't even think of them all.
Right.
Yeah. So that's been our goal, is to have a variety of music and then get the families and the kids to the park. Where else are these kids going to hear live music?
Right.
Nobody wants
outside
to
of school, you know.
You take them up to the auditorium or Ramsey for a band. It's a great experience. However, it's stay in your seat.
Yes.
Don't get
be quiet. Mind.
So I wanted this to be that experience. Take your kids to the park. Let them run and play. Bring the dog. You need to leave early? leave early.
Right.
Just get up and go.
Right. Well, and you've expanded it to include some great food vendors there.
Yes.
So people can grab a bite to eat while you're at the park. You can bring a picnic lunch if you
Yes.
wanted
Yep.
to, or
I
a
like
picnic
doing that.
supper. And it's free. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
cost to the public
Yeah.
to attend this event, which has been really, I think, one of the goals of all of the festivals in town for the most part, to try to keep it very affordable for people to attend of
Yes.
all ages. So
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing. The food vendors, I like to have a different food vendor each Sunday night.
Of
So you,
course.
again, experience something new, something you've maybe never tried before,
Right.
and that's been working good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And to the credit of our community, we have some very generous donors all the way
Oh, we do.
around.
We do.
Anything that we or somebody puts together or hosts, we always can find people who are willing to donate and contribute to those causes, to sponsor them, because
Yes.
it's great for our town, it's great for the area, and it does promote a healthy community.
It does. Yeah. But just seeing everybody in the park, talking, and again, I find things are easy to do because the community is so supportive of it.
Right.
Showing up to the concerts, sponsoring, um, it's just those amenities that we
Yes.
have for our community. So,
It
yeah,
is. Yes.
it's really easy to do.
Uh-huh. Now, personally, in your capacity as mayor, you've always been very supportive of the arts. And so
Yes.
we have an art committee here in town
We do.
that, if we segue a little bit towards the downtown area, we can talk a little bit about the sculpture walk and some of the murals that have recently been installed on some of the buildings.
So being on city council, it's not political at all. It's more of I have these projects, or let's do this or that. In my travels, I've seen sculpture walks elsewhere. Sioux Falls has a fantastic sculpture walk. Norfolk, Nebraska has a sculpture walk downtown. I wanted that for our community.
Of course. Yeah.
So I asked city council to sponsor with some money an art committee, and that committee has put together a sculpture walk. So
Yes.
they rent sculptures from artists. We get submissions every year. We ask for submissions, and we choose 11 to 12 sculptures. And so those sculptures downtown, they rotate.
Yes.
And they'll be removed in the spring, and we'll get a new set of sculptures. And some are, and we like to have a variety. And
Yes.
you'll notice some are maybe made of stone or wood or metal, and good people talking about the sculpture,
Right.
good or bad.
Yes.
Either way, it's good publicity,
Right.
and it gets people thinking, what do they like, what do they don't like,
Right.
and then the art committee has also done some murals on the north side of the Majestic Theater. That was done by the art committee.
Yes.
Not, it was sponsored by the art committee.
Right.
The Carlos Fry mural. If you remember what that mural used to look like, it was so faded. I forgot. It was a 40-year-old mural done by Carlos Fry, local professor, and it was a gift to the community. And it was bright, vivid colors.
Right.
And the art committee, we've always loved that mural. So we found an artist to recreate that mural and put it on the wall. And so now that's new.
Yes.
And then there is a mural at Sunnyview Park on their picnic shelter and the restrooms. So
Yes. Absolutely.
that's a new mural.
Yes.
And all done by the art committee, sponsored by the city council.
Yes, and we even have some independent folks who have done murals on the sides of their buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Down at Nana's This and That, there is a mural on the side of that building, and then also State Nebraska Bank
Nebraska
recently installed one next to their drive-through downtown here. So we're seeing some really beautiful projects happening in the downtown, and some revitalization,
And
which
the
is key.
support from council. One more thing.
Yeah.
Council just approved some money for a facade improvement grant.
Okay.
That is grant money for any business in Wayne. Doesn't have to be downtown.
Absolutely.
It can be on 7th Street. It doesn't. Any business in Wayne can
Okay.
apply for the grant money. It's up to $5,000 facade improvements.
Okay.
Whether you're doing a mural, an awning, a new front door, that is something city council just approved.
Okay. So as a grant, does it have to be paid back, or is it
Nope.
a gift of money
So
to
you
that
have
business
to.
owner?
So if if it's up to $5,000, but you have to match it with your own funds.
Of course. Okay. Okay.
And we have $25,000 in the pot, so not
Yes.
a lot of money, but
Mhm.
enough that I think we could make a little bit of an impact on
Right.
our downtown.
Yes.
Or any business.
Right,
Any
right.
business.
Yes, the goal is to improve the business fronts and so forth.
Yeah.
And you know, kind of leading into also, you've established a downtown safety committee
Yeah.
that is now overseeing some of the sidewalk issues and some of the
Yeah.
blocks and the bricks and the
side-
shifting
yeah.
Nebraska weather.
Yeah, the sidewalk issue. So the
Mhm.
highway is Highway 15, our main street. That was repaved in 2005, 2006.
Yep.
New
Mhm.
sidewalks back there. It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Jill, I
ago.
cannot believe it.
It's 20 years ago.
I was very fresh in the business then.
Yeah.
So that was early on in my career, and I remember Main Street being all torn up. We used the back alley entrances to get into the buildings,
Yeah.
and we had to do U-E's on the side streets if we were parked to get in and out. It's illegal now, but yeah. She's a code writer.
Yeah, I do that.
So yes, I mean,
So
I
we
think this is
established
important.
a committee that is a downtown improvement safety committee, something like that,
Sure.
to look at the areas where those pavers are downtown. Some of them have settled, some of them have risen, some of them have settled lower, and the curb is still up, and so there's a tripping hazard.
Right.
There's a lot of tripping hazards downtown, and it is a safety concern. You know, I can visually see it during the day, but
Right.
if you're a young child walking along, you're not looking at your feet, or the holiday parade is coming up and it's going to be dark. Just so many tripping hazards on our sidewalks downtown, and
Right.
it doesn't look good. So we've council has approved this committee to look at ways that we can improve that, and probably in phases. But it's something that I think it's important for our downtown to look good.
Definitely. And this is going to extend all the way from Victor Park,
Victor Park to 7th Street.
7th Street. Oh
So
my
when
goodness.
I say phases, we're definitely going to need phases.
One block at a time,
Yeah.
folks.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And
But very
it's-
necessary.
It's the state highway, so it's governed by the Department of Transportation. So they have some regulations there. So government is slow.
Right, right.
So,
And we got a lot of red tape to cut through. I mean,
do.
there's various layers to that onion that we have to abide by and
Yeah.
listen to.
That's right. Well, talking about slow, we're segueing into the 7th Street.
Yes, yeah, the sidewalk project.
I got on city council in 2010. Ken Chamberlain was the mayor at that time. There was a vacancy. He said, you should consider putting your name in for city council. I'm not political. It's really not political. I have ideas on ways to improve it. With this or that. And one of the first things we did was we had a retreat, and all of council brings ideas. My idea was a sidewalk on the north side of 7th Street. This is 2010. And the sidewalk is almost complete. As we
Yes,
speak.
15 years later, folks.
Yeah. Well, it was the cemetery, the sidewalk went up to the cemetery, and then it stopped, and it was
Yes.
not extended. And I would see young children walking to school, or in those trucks just really coming into town.
Right.
And I thought, a lot of people are walking to Dollar General or to Baumgart's, and we need a sidewalk. We have a whole housing subdivision there now.
Yes.
We need a sidewalk on 7th Street. And so it's taken all these years to, there's a lot of issues to deal with out there. There's a ditch and drainage and utilities, and then we got some funding. And of course, that was through the state. So that takes some time.
Yes, of
And
course.
The sidewalk should have been done 3 months ago, but there were some utilities underground.
Right.
Not our utilities. It was CenturyLink utilities. And we had to wait for them to come out and move them. And so they're finishing up now.
Right.
Hopefully we can get that done. I want to do like a ribbon cutting, and I'll be on my bike, and I'll be like, just go right through there.
And it's going to be a safety improvement for the community too. You know, like you said, a lot of folks walking on that path to get to the grocery store and so forth. And then also just getting kids across the street to get to school is important. So get them down to the stoplight at least, and then have a safe way that they can get across, unless they go under the overpass.
Yeah, that was something when I first got on council.
Yes.
That was a project that we did.
So look at all the things you've gotten done. We say it's slow. We've just
it is slow.
branch off in other projects.
But you know, you keep building on what you've been working on. And
That's right.
It takes time.
That's
Yeah.
right. So Jill's going to ride her bike on this trail when they do the ribbon cutting. And that leads us into your projects that you're hoping to get started here. So talk to us about this.
My mayor project. So
Yes.
I became mayor in April. Cale Geese, our mayor, great mayor, he moved. And so as city council president, I step in as mayor. And I thought, well, the mayor should have a project. What am I passionate about? I when I was young and I was in middle school when we moved to Wayne, I loved the independence that my bike gave me. I was able to ride to the swimming pool. I was able to ride downtown to go see a movie. I went shopping, took my bike shopping at McMath's.
It was a store of many wonders.
It was. Little treasures.
Yes, indeed.
My bike was my freedom. And I want everybody to have that. Too many times I see down at the transfer station in the metal recycling, there's a bicycle in there. And I think, well, maybe it just needs a little fixing up.
Of course.
Maybe it needs a new inner tube or a seat or handlebars, whatever. Can we take those bikes and fix them up and they make sure everybody in Wayne has a free bike?
Yes.
All ages. So the city just acquired the old CarQuest building on Main Street.
Right.
And I've asked the city to say, leave that front area for my recycled rides.
Yes.
Dependent on the Recycled Reads program with the library.
Sure.
We're taking these bikes that people have, fixing them up, and then giving them out to every kid, every young adult who needs a bike.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's going to take people and contributions to kind of help with this project to make it happen. But I do feel like we can get enough folks behind it, whether you're donating the bike that needs to be lightly refreshed, or you're donating some bike tubes from the hardware store, or you're, providing your time and talents to go ahead and repair these bikes. That's the important part.
Those are people I need. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So there's just a lot of opportunities here. And I think with the wonderful new safe sidewalks we're going to have and all of the things that are happening downtown, I think it would be really great to see some bikes rolling out of that building and getting some more people out and about on the trails.
Me too. Me too. Again, just giving everybody the opportunity to have a bike.
Yes, absolutely. And we've got Prairie Park now. So there's a great path down there that kind of goes around the lake and so forth. And you were a part of the whole planning process to get the park established. So tell us about all of that too.
Again, government is slow. When Ken Chamberlain was mayor, we had a new wastewater treatment plant and we didn't need the lagoon anymore. So we've been drying up that lagoon for years. And Ken always said, what are we going to do with that? And he was always looking for ideas. Well, in my travels, if you've ever been to Wisner has the ballparks, and they have a park called River Park.
Yes.
There's camping there. It's right along the river. The trees are beautiful. I was there at a baseball tournament, and I thought, why don't we have this for Wayne? Why don't we have something like this? Or Schuyler has a beautiful park by a river there. And, so eventually we take that to our town and Ken started a committee for the park. And, we have ball fields and we have the dog park and now we have soccer fields. And so slowly, phase by phase, we're developing that area into a vision that we had. Again, I think it was about 2013 or 2012 before the tornado.
Right. And the wheels of government, again, turn very slowly.
Just going to keep building on that.
Yes, but now we have beautiful fountains in the middle of the lake. It's really a nice place just to go enjoy a little bit of nature and maybe decompress just a little bit after a long day. So go check it out. It's well worth the trip out of the way.
Continued improvements happening there,
Yes. They're still working on some roundabout things down there too. So there is
going to put a sculpture in the roundabout.
Are you really? Okay. Well, more sculpture walk items too. Yes. So it's just kind of a fun thing to see all of the improvements that are happening in Wayne and the things that have been getting accomplished, really.
The amenities that just make it a better community. And, I think, what is it that I want?
Yes.
I want a park. I want a place for people to camp. I want some ballparks. I want a dog park, and that's how the dog park got started.
Yes.
Somebody said, all these towns have dog parks. Why don't we? Okay. So that's their project.
Right. Right, absolutely. And it all combines to make Wayne a better place to be and to live. And it kind of gives us something to brag about when people come to town from out of state and whatnot. And they're like, oh, Nebraska, what do you do there? And yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been bored in this community, to be very honest. I mean,
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
bored, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So yes, and if you are bored, there are opportunities for you to serve,
Yeah.
such as our
Yeah.
fantastic mayor here, Jill, has found out throughout the
Well,
years.
When Cale was elected mayor, him and I had talked. I said, "You'll be a great mayor. You be mayor." I love being on city council. I love having the opportunity to vote and come up with ideas. And Cale was a great mayor. And now he's moved. And so I've stepped in on that role, and I have kind of, wrapped my head around this idea. Like, I think I want to be mayor. I'm not ready to be done with city government yet. I love it. I think it's a great way to make our community better. And so I'm going to run for mayor next year.
You're making the announcement here.
This is it.
This is a big deal, folks. We've never had a mayoral announcement on the Farmhouse Dirt. So this is it. Jill's running next year for mayor.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
So, well, we're very pleased with what you've done so far, and it takes a lot of time and energy to do what you do in that role.
Yeah.
So I think more than what sometimes you even realize when you first get started.
I am self-employed. I work from home, so I have my time is a little more flexible to be able to make this mayor thing work.
Sure.
And I do miss council. I do miss not being able to vote, because did you know that the mayor does not vote?
I did not know that.
No mayor
But
votes.
you can break the ties.
Yes. I
Okay.
break the ties.
Okay.
If that ever happens.
Yeah. Give her a few tiebreakers to
I know.
make. So
I would like that. Yeah.
come on, council.
But I would encourage people to consider being on council. That's how I got on. Somebody gave me the idea, like, would you, run for council? And it is a lot of, making ordinances, making laws, spending money. But it is coming up with ideas and serving on committees and ways to make our community and our city government better.
Right, exactly. And a big focus right now has been on you guys communicating better with the public and transparency within the city offices and so forth. So you've got a big campaign that you've just rolled out, the happenings in Wayne.
Workings in Wayne.
Workings in Wayne, yes.
When I became mayor, a big concern of mine is, where does everybody get their news? I got tired of listening to my brother say, well, I didn't know that. I didn't know the city was doing that. And so I thought, well, I asked people, where do you get your news from?
Sure.
Some people get it from Facebook, which makes me cringe a little bit. The newspaper, the radio, social media, websites. So I told Wes, I said, Wes Blakey, I said, you're gonna be an author. And he's like, what? I said, well, I want you to write an article every week.
Yes.
And so he actually writes it every other week. Just what's going on with city council, what's going on with city government. Hey, you'll see the street crews are out here fixing this street, or that project is moving along. Just to give everybody an update.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can find the article on the City of Wayne website, cityofwayne.org.
Yes, absolutely. And we will post the link to the website, because also we want people to know that how to contact city council members too.
Yes.
I mean, they are the representatives of the constituents in town. So being able to communicate with them through phone and email is a great way to voice your concerns.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly if there's something coming up that you're not fully aware of, or that you really oppose or support.
Yeah.
They need to know these things.
Please do that. I have to tell you, people assume that city council gets all these phone calls and emails. No.
Not so much, huh?
Not so much. Yeah, really not.
Yes.
And I would say, call anybody on city council, because even if they're not your ward representative, everybody is there to represent the city as a whole.
Yes.
So you call whoever you're comfortable with. I would prefer you write an email.
Yes.
Because that way you can put your thoughts on paper, and then that email will get shared with everybody on the council, not just the person that you sent it to.
Okay. That's good advice.
Just talk to the city council. They do not get phone calls.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
they really don't.
And they're members of this community too. And sometimes, unless we tell them what we're thinking, they don't know. I mean, they're running blind in some cases to the major issues that are maybe coming out of city council.
Yeah,
so
they are. So if they don't have input from the community, their only input is themselves. And so then they're going to vote what they think is right.
Right.
And that's something might not affect them, so they have no idea why this issue is a big issue.
Yes. Yes. So my apologies, city council members, if this opens up the portal for a lot of calls and so forth. But I mean, if it does, then we're doing our purpose here.
Yeah, we're doing the right thing. And I would encourage people to look back for the workings in Wayne. The article that Wes writes is every other week, and then the off weeks is an educational piece from a different department.
Of course.
So if the electric department, or this last week it was the senior center, Diane Bertrand talking about the senior center, and so maybe you didn't know what the senior center did, or how they make their money,
or who can go there. Even that's always something to voice.
So workings in Wayne will be on the City of Wayne website. It is in the newspaper and on Facebook.
Yes, you've been working really closely with Wayne America to get that piece out there too. So it's good to see everybody kind of using their resources to work together here.
I guess people will know what's going on, or at least have an opportunity to find out what's going on.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, Jill, thank you so much for your time. Jill Brodersen, who is the mayor, she's an architect, she's a volunteer, she's a community leader. It is essential to have people like you in our town to get the work done that needs to happen. Yeah. So thank you again.
I love it.
Yes. This has been fun, even though we did have to make 2 takes.
It was a practice, right?
Yeah. Second time's a charm, let's hope. So we look forward to seeing you again, and hopefully we can do this in the future.
You have me on again.
Absolutely. I would love to. Yes. Well, there's always a lot going on too, so that's very important. But I'm Trisha Peters with White Farmhouse Realty. Thank you for joining us for the Farmhouse Dirt, and happy Halloween.